I got challenged to 1v1 by the best Yawgmoth player on ladder. Käpälä is a Yawgmoth aficionado, probably the best Yawgmoth player on Arena, and they have been playing so much Yawgmoth on ladder. They're constantly like top 5 in historic with Yawgmoth, and they were curious if Yawgmoth has what it takes for Timeless, and they really wanted to test the Boros matchup, so I said, hey, let's do it. Let's throw it down. It's not too often that the arena matchmaker just queues a bunch of people who are like top 10, top 20 on ladder into each other all the time. So this should be a really sweet, really fun mashup. We'll see who's going to win here, Yawg or the Energy. I'm starting with just the Boros version of Energy first, and then we're going to do Mardu if we have time for 2 games. This should be super, super fun. Opponent goes first here, but we got the good old Guide of Souls Raggy Man hand. So I do know I'm playing against Yawgmoth. I'm going to pretend that it's like a ladder match at first. So against a random ladder opponent not presenting a companion, I would keep Guide with Souls Ragavan. And if they do present a blocker early, we'll go ahead and just put the Guide of Souls instead of the Ragavan, because they didn't. Let's go ahead and play our Ragavan. It is really unfortunate to try to play Ragavan against a Yawgmoth deck, though. We'll see exactly what they have. I don't know their deck list. They said, hey, do you want to see my deck list before we play? And I'm like, no, just queue it up. Because they did try to tech for Timeless, of course, and they could have new cards like Pitch Elementals, Birthing Ritual, the Flares that are only Timeless legal and not Historic legal. Looks like no blocker is presented. That's fun. All right, let's get in there, right? Let's see, it looks like an Orcish Bowmasters has been presented. Haha, the classic. So I think here, this second Ragavan, it's not going to do anything ever. I think the correct play is just to pitch it to Fable with a Mirror Breaker in a turn or 2. So I'm going to hold this Ragavan. I'm not going to play it. What I am interested in doing is playing this Guide of Souls. We can go ahead and play a Sacred Foundry tapped. I could also maybe get a Surveil land instead. I think the tap Sacred Foundry is fine. We could make our decision with what we need with the Windswept Heath in a little bit. There's your Innkeeper. So our opponent could theoretically slam to a Yawgmoth right there and then. So now we want to decide, do we want to Phlage him right now? Do we want to play the Fable? The thing is, before we Fable and start draw discarding, I think we should be taking out that Bowmasters. So I think it's not a bad idea to just Phlage out this Bowmasters. Sorcery speed. It's a little slow. It's not getting us ahead, which gets me a little bit concerned. I would like to make a proactive play right now. Also, is it me or is it Arena? It's so loud. I'll lower it. I don't want it to be louder than me. Alright, they will Convoke in response, probably getting another Bowmasters. It's unfortunate we have our one Fable in hand. Oh no, they get an Innkeeper. Interesting. Just trying to think, why would a Yawg player go for double Innkeeper there? I'm going to attack them here, even though we're only hitting for 1 and we're losing our blocker that can block 3 attackers. And the reason is because their life total is really a resource in this matchup, and I do have more Phlages to gain life with. Aha! They get it for natural order purposes. So they get to slam an Atraxa, which sucks, of course. But the redeeming factor here is that we have a Static Prison just chilling in our hand. So we could definitely Static Prison the Atraxa. And it looks like they hit, oh, another natural order? That's rough. And they chose to get a Yawgmoth instead of a Yawg. I saw Yawg revealed. And the reason is they just want to natural order me again. It's tough stuff. It's a hard knock life out here. So we got to think about what we want to do here. I'm thinking about playing that Amulet and seeing what we hit. We definitely want to Static Prison the Atraxa, but maybe we could see what we hit on that Amulet first. We don't have enough mana to do a Fable or a Phlage and do the Static Prison. So let's go for that Amulet. And another Amulet, okay. I'd put a Atraxa into prison. But this is rough, right? Because now they could probably just tutor a hoof out of their deck and kill me pretty quick. They might need to make their board a little bit wider before they hoof me. But that's tough. I'm thinking about sideboarding while I have a little downtime. Blood Moon is probably pretty okay against them. Maybe it's good enough. Maybe it's not. Pivoting Needle for Yawgmoth is going to come in. Unlicensed Hearse is a maybe card. Swords to Plowshares definitely comes in. We don't have a clean answer to Natural Order, which is what concerns me, because they are a Yawgmoth combo deck, but they also just have the ability to cast a 4-mana sorcery that says F you, I win the game, or I put in a Traxa into play, which gives me a ridiculous amount of advantage. It looks like they're going to go wider before they Natural Order, which makes sense. They want to one-shot me with a hoof. Yeah, there's a Blood Artist. Getting tough out here. So I'm going to pay. Now let's think about what we want to do. We do Phlage number 2 from our hand. It's really slow, but it's something. If we were to discharge, we could play this other Amulet from exile and discharge the Blood Artist. I'm trying to not be dead here. I want to do the exact math for whether or not Hoof kills me. I think if I kill Blood Artist, I might have another turn or two, so I'm going to play this Amulet from exile. I'm going to draw a card off of it. Did we hit a land? We do hit a land. That's nice. I don't want to put the Funny Monkey into play, though, so we're just going to use this land to surveil. Let's see if we hit a removal spell here. We don't. We just hit a land. That's fine. We get extra energy for killing this Blood Artist, so it's fine. We don't have to worry about our prison. So we get to surveil here and get very close to escaping a Phlage. Ah, but there's a hoof coming. There's a hoof coming. If they have like another cheap green creature, yeah, there it is. We could sack this, and I think they have enough to just run me over. Yeah, that's unfortunately enough to do me in. I'm wondering if the audio is loud on the recording too, because it feels like, oh yeah, my computer's on slightly higher volume than usual. Must have accidentally bumped it at some point. I wonder if it was so loud in my ears. Alright, so now that I fixed that, against the Yawgmoth deck, we have the Needle for the Yawgmoth combo. We also have that extra Swords, the extra Static Prison. That's sweet. We could take out slower cards. We could take out the Ragavan. Unfortunately, playing a Ragavan here is a little dubious. Blood Moon is a card that could hate on his mana base a bit because we only saw like a basic. I don't think Yawgmoth's playing that many, but they have a bunch of mana dorks in their deck. It's probably a bit too cute to try to bring in the Blood Moon against the Yawg player. Is 4 Phlage too slow? It's all the removal we can get, right? I think this is going to be as good as we could do. We don't have anything specific for Yawg, but I'm trying to think like what card's good against them. I guess Containment Priest is something I had in my sideboard in the past that I cut. Containment Priest in response to Natural Order. Containment Priest says if a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it's not cast, exile it, right? I'm trying to remember the exact wording on it. Does that work against Yawgmoth Persist as well? That's pretty sweet if it does. Guide of Souls Amtraptor on the play, you bet we're keeping it. While we wait, I'm gonna pop open Scryfall and read Containment Priest's exact text to see whether or not it's good. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and wasn't cast, exile it inside. So that includes Yawgmoth coming back from the graveyard. It actually hates on a lot of the random stuff. Could hate on any reanimation effect he's playing. So if they're playing Unearth, actual reanimate, Chthonian Nightmare, I don't know if they are. But it also hates on Chord. It also hates on Natural Order. It's something I had in my sideboard in the past, and I took it out because it wasn't hitting too much. But if Yawgmoth goes back in the meta, that's definitely a card you want to consider. I'm going to start out with the Sacred Foundry, Guide of Souls. Nice Once Upon a Time you got there. Alright, hopefully Amp Grabber doesn't miss and hit like a Swords to Plowshares here. But I do want to try to curve out against the Yawg, especially when we still had this Guide in play, and then we would have all this extra energy that we could turn into damage. If Guide was still in play, we would have 4 energy right now, so we'd be able to fly in for extra damage immediately. Alright, this is pretty sweet. We drew in a Johnny. We're going to go to combat first. Okay, my opponent's going to Bowmasters. I think I'm going to be really cute and flip my own Johnny on purpose here. I think it wins the matchup. This damage goes through. So, am I doing that? That's so cute. So if I Johnny lightning bolt my own cat, it flips the Johnny, and then I kill their Bowmasters. How much removal do they have that hits Planeswalkers? Trying to think. There's that Convoke one, right? That's like a 1-up in his deck. I'm not playing around it. All right, this is cute, but I see the black deck is tapped out. Let's freaking do it. We have our red permanent in play and everything. Take action. We get to kill the Bowmasters. Bowmasters is a card you can lightning bolt anyway, right? So imagine as if we lightning bolted the Bowmasters, but we got flipped a Johnny in play. Whoa. All right. So let's see if they could beat the flip to Johnny. What's the name of that Convoke, destroy a target creature, Planeswalker, Surveil 2 card? Can't remember. It is the Yawgmoth card. Oh, wow. Yeah. We do have to murder them now. Jex goes to hand. We'll get a Surveil in. Am I even attacking? Sure. They'll probably trade here, but I'm cool with keeping their board as small as possible. They're a combo deck that relies on a density of creatures. Parlor. Each. Do we want to just surveil the Phlage and escape it? Hell yeah, we do. We have enough cards exactly to escape it. That's messed up. This game is just a crazy case of Boros on the play. Like, they answered my turn 1 Guide of Souls and we still just overwhelmed them. Oh, but we should be careful against the Natural Order deck, not get too cocky. They could always do something funny. Okay, that renewed my faith. I thought, oh, maybe Yawgmoth is real and timeless for a second. But Boros on the play will still smack you around. Hey, do we want these hearses? I forgot about them. 1 hearse for 1 Phlage. Hearse specifically hates on, out of the cards that we saw, it only hates on Yawgmoth, right? Right? We didn't see them play Reanimate Effect. We didn't see one this game either. Technically, you can fight Deathrite Shaman. Let's take it out. It's borderline. If this hearse was, for example, a rest in peace instead, where it would exile the creatures as they died and they wouldn't get the dice triggers from Blood Artist, etc., I would rein it. As it stands, no. All right. We are on the draw, but we got a kitty cat tribal hand. We'll keep it. We do have a removal spell, even if it is an energy-based one. I just think our card quality is pretty high here. Maybe I should have... I'm thinking about whether or not I should have mulliganed. I could have mulliganed to find a second piece of interaction. The fact that I drew the second piece of interaction makes me very happy. Alright, the Haywire Mite is here to hate on any of our potential sideboard pieces. No, just hate on the needles. And the prisons, I guess. Alright, goodbye, kitty cat. So now that's the question, do we want to play the Ajani or do we want to play the Amped Raptor? I like Amped Raptor on turn 2. Turn 3, maybe if they tap it again, we could have a really cool Lightning Bolt our own Ajani play for the 2nd time in a row. That would be BM if I did that to him twice in a row. Oh, yeah! They do have the Haywire Might in play, so, like, whatever. But it's still pretty cool that we just, like, hit our sideboard card off of Amped Raptor. Amped Raptor is so fucking sweet, man. Okay. What do we want to do here? I would love to play my Ajani and do the cute flip, but I don't think I can do that. Let's play another Amped Raptor out here. And I'm thinking of shooting the Deathrite Shaman after this resolves. I'll see what we hit, though. If my opponent was completely tapped out again, I would totally, like, flip my Ajani. Though they have so much board pressure that maybe that's not good enough anymore. Chord? I'm probably going to chord for a Bowmasters or maybe a Prosperous Innkeeper if they want the 4th mana. However, objection. Oh, that was the wrong person. I don't know. I won't message him in the middle of the game. That was funny. I objected. Dude, chord for Sun Cleanser? That's so fucking good. Okay. We can attack with 1. Yeah, he almost ruined my freaking career. Almost a career-ending Chord of Calling. Oh, no, he gets Yawg. So he gets Yawg, gets the Haywire Might, yeah. So could I have done something last turn to play around this, is the question I gotta ask. And honestly, I'm not sure. I'll have to watch the VOD to figure that out. I think from here, he's like 90% favored to win. He's gonna draw so many cards and also get rid of my board. We can Static Prison the Yawg at our convenience, though, which is very nice. Phlage as well. Let's go ahead and Static Prison that Yawg. They might decide to kill my Guide of Souls here. They probably will, just cash in everything for more cards. Hard to say no to drawing like 4 cards, right? I don't know what's in their hand. Yep. I could like bolt the young wolf in response. Oh, I could totally bolt the young wolf in response. Yeah, I think it's too cute. I want to just play a Johnny and try to do my own plan. Maybe I am supposed to bolt something in response here. Okay, so they keep the Deathrite. I get to resolve a Johnny. Ooh, we're behind those 6 cards in hand. Make it 7? That's tough. That is tough. Okay, just a fair draw out here. Let's go ahead and pay. So we only really have 2 options. We either double removal spell or we just play Phlage. There is no immediate card that I look at it and I say this needs to go under a Static Prison, so I think we're going to saturate our mana and do Phlage, and then as soon as we draw another land, we could escape the Phlage, which is very strong. Do I want to attack first? I don't think so. I could also try to shoot my own token right now, but we're too behind on board to do that. We also don't have a red permanent in play. And they also are not tapped out. There's several reasons not to do that right now. So we'll hit that Deathrite Shaman. Unfortunately, this Deathrite is probably just going to get exiled, or excuse me, this Phlage is probably just going to get exiled by the other Deathrite. So maybe it would have been better to bolt a Shaman and then next turn Phlage the other Shaman. That feels way too slow to me. Yeah, I think I screwed up that sequencing. I think I was supposed to remove both Shamans and then Phlage. Because Phlage is the kind of card that'll win the game. They're up 2. to a Yawgmoth that I unfortunately can't answer at instant speed. So I would love to have an instant speed answer for Yawg. The deck can't play counter spells though, and tracks of time. This is rough. I think we lose this. Now what? The classic case of now what? Is Hoof enough here? You don't have that many creatures in play. It's 19. So I'd have to trump here. I go to 1. Okay. That's kind of over. Whatever. We don't have to pay that now, at least. Alright, I think we lost. We can escape the Phlage, but I can't pay 1 life. Maybe I should have blocked with the kitty cat. Okay. Oh, we'll GG's them. So, I do want to see if they have time to go again with Mardu. See if they want to play again. Okay, there we go. I had to resend it. Okay, I think we mulligan this. Go in second. This is too slow. It doesn't answer anything that they might be doing. So, throw it back. This is it's a bit better, but it's not great. We have double amulet to grind, so I think we'll keep only 2 lands. And double amulet. Bowmasters is sweet. Hopefully this makes the matchup a bit more favorable for me. We do also have the ability to grind, but we lost Phlage. The thing is, like, I cast Phlage a couple times that game, and it's a little slow against the Yawg. It also doesn't kill Yawgmoth itself, which is very relevant for a card. Let's go ahead and throw down the kitty cat first. And then we'll throw down Bowmasters as well. Okay. Yep, that's a Patra, alright. So Apatra's a pretty scary card. It says whenever a creature hits us, they get to put a -1 on my creatures. They could have actually attacked with Deathrite, put a counter on my little kitty cat, which is not great. What I would like to do here is... I'm never going to block with this Ocelot Pride, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. I'm going to see if they're interested in trying to block it. The answer is no, because it's pretty telegraphed that I have a Bowmaster, but I get to make a token here. I don't care how hard I telegraphed. I get to make the extra creature. And then we're going to flash in Bowmasters no matter what to try to kill either Hapatra or Deathrite in combat. Pretty much if they attack with anything, it's going to be a little spooky. Also, they could just slam a Yawg here, which is something that they're very interested in doing. I'm going to let them slam it and then activate it. Ooh, or maybe I'm supposed to play this first. Am I supposed to let them activate it here? I could play the Bowmasters first. Go ahead and ping them. Because they can always just keep activating in response. And here, they get to go ahead and just make a bajillion snakes. I think I'm supposed to ping them. Oh, you know what I should have done with the ETB ping? I should have pinged Hapatra. I screwed that up. That's my fault. I should have done that. Because I ping Hapatra once. If they draw more cards, I ping it a second time. That's my fault. I messed this up. Ooh, and then 1, they get a Yawgmoth, and then that is draw all the cards they want. Well, they can draw up to 11 cards because of their life total. But as soon as they get a gain life card into play, then they are infinite. Yeah, I screwed that up. I think I could have won if I did that right. Oh, okay. They do pass it back to me. So we can put Yawgmoth under a removal spell. It's not good, boys. It's not good. They're ahead so much on board. I think because we should play to our outs, right? If I put Yawgmoth under a removal spell and do nothing else, I think we're just asking to lose. So I'm gonna play Amptraptor and see if we can high roll and hit a removal spell here. I prefer not to play to lose. So my board's just gonna go away again. Okay, so now they have infinite. I'll go ahead and concede to that. They have as many card draw as they want, and then they can eventually tutor out the Blood Artist. I think I screwed that up. Okay, so against the Yawgmoth deck, we can bring in Pending. Oh, no instant speed Swords to Plowshares. That's tough. Would have loved that. Monkey Boy comes out. 10 then? Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that would have delayed him half a turn, I guess. So against Yawg, what are we yogging? I could give Yawgmoth the Flute as well. So what card seems kind of mid in this matchup? Bowmasters is pretty good into them. Maybe Amulet, because the game's not really going to go long. It does help me rebuild, but I don't think we need Amulet and Nightmare to rebuild. The question is, do I want the Thoughtseize to pull the to pull Natural Orders out of their hand? And I think the answer is yes. Natural Order is a card that does kind of beat me. I think this is the sideboarding. We take out Ragavan's, we take out Amulets, because if we go long, Yawgmoth is going to win. We bring in extra removal spell, 3 discard spells, and 3 Needle Flute effects. Good. I'm splitting Needle and Flute in this deck, by the way, because I only own 2 Pithing Needles. I think it should be 3 Needles, but potato potato. This does have the upside that I can name Yawgmoth, and then he costs 7 mana, which is pretty funny. Anything else? No, I would love Containment Priest side in my sideboard. Oh well. Because Containment Priest, they can't answer super cleanly with a Haywire. But of course they have creature removal. But it helps. I think we do Guide of Souls into Amptraptor and we Thoughtseize on turn 3 if we're going to be the guys on the play. I don't think it's mission critical to Thoughtseize on turn 1 when we're going first. If we were going second, I would really reconsider this sequencing. Because then my opponent would get to go to turn 3 without me interacting with their hand, and then they could just slam a Yawgmoth at that point. Nightmare, cool. Gonna go ahead and spend our energy to go fast here. Then we'll have to think about next turn. Do we want to be disrupting their hand if we only have 2 mana in play, or do we want to play something like Bowmasters that's also pretty good against them? Ooh, okay, they just play Bowmasters. So I could Bowmaster their Bowmasters. We could get a little bit more energy that way. Bowmaster the Bowmasters, then we can Nightmare back the Raptor. Just get a little bit of energy. Also Thoughtseize them. I could also drop the Flute. I think the disciplined play here is to Thoughtseize them. Let's see what's up. Yep, there's a Natural Order. We need to take that. And then I'll go ahead and hang back with my guide. Maybe we are still on the beatdown. I'm trying to think whether or not that non-attack is correct. I think we still are on the beatdown because we can gain so much life. Okay, they'll exile my Nightmare. It's not the end of the world. If they spend a whole card on that, I really don't mind. Worse things have happened to me. Okay, there it goes. We have another one in hand. They don't know that, though. Right. And there goes a halfling, and they could flash out another bowmasters if required. Ooh, another guide. How do we want to do this? I think, so again, there's multiple plays here. I think the disciplined play is to flute Yawgmoth, because they already used their Haywire Might. We could also play Guide of Souls to get ready to gain a bunch of life. Let's just throw down a Bowmasters. Let's go ahead and pass, because then we could flute or Bowmasters. Oh, but if they draw Yawg... Draw Yawg? No, we could just cast it in response to them spending 4 mana on Yawg. It's not the end of the world. Because I kind of want to make Yawgmoth cost 7, because that's pretty funny. Alright, you're getting fluted, kid. Yeah, they're throwing that out just in case I need Bowmasters with the flute. Because I do know about that card. Hey, why? Wait, why am I guide and not me? Oh, because they... Holy shit! They get to coordinate response? Okay, I see you. Unfortunately, we have been fluted. The fluter done got fluted. Alright, Yawgmoth. Right in position. There's nothing good to Bowmaster in play, so I think we're pretty cool to just play Guide of Souls and then start to get our energy back. So maybe I should have played the flute on my turn. I was thinking about it. But my thought process, at least, is like, no, I'm going to make them waste their 4 mana on Yawgmoth if they happen to draw it. Make them waste the mana. Maybe I should just played it at sorcery speed, where they don't get to cord. Oh, wow. Dude, I'm getting bullied. Man. That's tough. And then I will queue up with this version. That's the Phlage version. Okay. Alright, this is what we like to see. The instant speed exile removal. Ooh, that's good. And a cat on the play turn 1. A little bit of mana woes, but hopefully we can draw out of it. Yawgmoth is mulliganing. You love to see it. Actually, this is a pretty mid-hand now that I think about it. Maybe I should have mulliganed. I just got very excited seeing cat on the play and exile removal. We have 2 Chthonian Nightmares that essentially acts as a mulligan. And we also didn't have black mana, or the 3rd mana for Fable. Thankfully, we drew out of it. So this hand is amazing now, because now we're going to be able to slam a Fable and get rid of the extra Nightmare. It's your Innkeeper. And there's the ruckus, as they say. Let's go combat. Let's hit. And let's slam a Fable. Getting dangerously close to that city's blessing. What are we at? 8 out of 10. I always forget. It doesn't show when you right-click on the card. You have to hover the card normally. Oh, that's good. Okay, so let's discard these 2. Draw some cards. I will go ahead and present this Ajani. I think opponent is going to Yawg in response, kill my pride. Really? Okay. What a beautiful day, brother. I think I'm cool to just, like, attack with everything, because if they block a cat, is no good for them. I could also attack with this little goblin. I don't think I need to, though. Okay. We're not interested in killing a cat. That's understandable. However, unfortunately for them, I have the Nightmare just chilling in my hand. Oh, but they didn't put anything in my graveyard. Oh. Interesting. So am I still playing the Nightmare out? I can't actually kill a cat for a Johnny. So I think the answer is no. I think we just fetch a Blood Crypt here. We're gonna make a few tokens here, which is awesome. What a board. Uh-oh, there's a Vajra. Uh-oh. Yeah, they're gonna kill a Johnny first. So the thing is, they make infinite... Actually, they don't make infinite snakes. It's infinite, First it was infinite counters on my creatures. By infinite, I mean for as many as they have life total. Now they're gonna go wide with Snake plus Yawgmoth. And if they find another core, do they kill me? The Yawgmoth might be the truth. I think I gotta try out Yawg. Oh, I see nobody playing this on ladder, and this is what I mean when I say timeless is like a very underexplored format. Like, there's so many cards and decks that people just don't play enough, and I think they are good. Belcher is a good example of one. No one's really playing it, and I think it's good. Now this deck. They'll get a Blood Artist eventually. I'll go ahead and scoop to him. That's enough. I didn't have a Sword Splashers for the Blood Artist. I wonder if I do win if I have a Swords for the Blood Artist. No, they would just draw a shit ton of cards and win the next turn, I'm sure. Just smother me with that guard advantage. So, I'm not a fan of Surgical in the sideboard. I haven't touched this sideboard in a bit, because I haven't played this version of the deck. But I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. Let's think about it. I think I liked my idea of siding out to the amulets before. This is my version without the funny monkey in it. A funny monkey boy he is. I'm thinking maybe less Phlages too. I'm not sold on Phlage in this matchup. It's pretty good. I mean, I want to try to do Phlagening there, right? I want to get that set up. So when we're on the play, maybe we do the 2 Thoughtseize, and the 3 Phlage, and then on the draw we do a few more Thoughtseize. 4 Swords is sweet though. I'm very, very happy to have access to this. Do I want to maybe cut Ocelot Pride or something? No, I think this is good as is. Okay, this is the hand that can win. Oh, this is kind of a loosey-goosey keep, because 1, I don't have interaction, 2, I don't have black mana. However, I'm making them interact with me when I'm going first. I think this is good enough to keep, because if any of my cats die, I get to flip in a Johnny. Any of my cats. I gotta back up a Johnny, I can flip him myself. This is good, though it's a bit loose. Halfling, yep. We got the Amped Raptor too, that's awesome.
May our axes strike as one.
Oh, they do let me flip. I don't have the red permanent yet, but I can play Amped Raptor next turn. I wonder if this means they have a clean answer to a Johnny. I don't know if they have such a card in their deck. Alright. Here's my red permanent. How you feeling? Oh, another Johnny? My word.
I will prove my worth to my pride. Share in my...
I think we just deal damage to them at this point, right? Instead of going after their halflings. This is wild. The classic Boros on the play moment again happens this game. Okay, there is Yawg. So I was thinking about shooting a halfling to possibly deny them mana here, but the thing is their life total's a resource, they're down to E. I will decline to flip my other Johnny. Life total is a resource, he says, as he starts to lose the game. I'm not coping, you're coping. It's a resource, bro. It's a resource. Life total is a resource. See, they're down to 5. We can win. We can win this. This is how Bernie can still win. Oh, yes. Alright. Rules nerds. How does the timing work? Oh, they can just they can respond with a Yawgmoth activation to this Amp Raptor hitting the battlefield, I think. Oh, I could also... No, Johnnying multiple times doesn't make sense. So I'm thinking about what to do. I can plus my Johnny here, put counters on the cats, or I can play the Amped Raptor and try to zero. The thing is, they'll just kill Raptor in response. However, it takes a creature off the board and costs them more life. Oh, I hit another Raptor. It's so over. Interesting that they didn't try to kill my Raptors in response. Yeah, so now they're going to try to kill him, but they go to 3. And they would have to block my attacks, which I don't think they could do. We're winning on very thin margins here, but we do win this game. Yeah, because now they only have 2 blockers, and I have 7 power that's going to attack them. Woo! Boros on the play moment. Oh, they can sack here. They can... they go to... I'll flip them, yeah. They still go to 0. Exactly. Woo! Alright, Boros on the play moment, as they say. Let's take out a... I do want to recur Phlage with Nightmare. That's why I picked this version of the deck. I said, oh, hey, maybe recurring the Phlage with the Nightmare is good. Because I got the Pride. Is that correct? Sure. We'll try it out. That's it for my coffee. Alright, we are going to be going second, but we do have a cool Thoughtseize and a removal spell, so I'll go ahead and keep it. We also have Nightmare plus Phlage, so maybe we could do something nasty with that. Let's go ahead and -4 real fast. Alright, whoa, my god, can we chill? I'm gonna take Natural Order because this card beats us, even though they're a couple turns away from casting it. And we'll think about our sequencing. We're probably going to want to get a Surveil land here, and then Phlage on turn 3, or we could just play out the Nightmare on turn 2. Surveil land is going to be best. And then on turn 4, we could start doing Nightmare Phlage nonsense. I'm very worried about our life total, though. I think they might just win with the beatdown. They could also cord for whatever the heck they want very soon. There's a halfling. Yeah, they're going to cord here. Cord for 2. How it works. I'm gonna go Parlor. Harsh Flats. Nope, don't want that. Oh, there's our own Bowmasters, which is pretty sweet. Okay, we could do the recurve Phlage thing. We just gotta live another turn. We're gonna Phlage. Go ahead and Phlage their mana here. Okay, so they're just flashing Bowmasters instead of cording, that's fine. So they can cord for 3 as it stands. Now they can cord for 4 for you-know-who. Interesting. So what I think I want to do is Get a Bowmasters. Play Bowmaster, ping their Bowmaster. No, I think I want to double flash Bowmasters before I get queued with Nightmare. Let's go to their turn. If they want a cord for Yawg here, then yeah, we'll go ahead and ping both of their Bowmasters in response. You know, at least create a bit of a nightmare for them. With all of these Bowmaster triggers that are going to be flying around. And now they don't have any sack fodder for Yawgmoth as well, which is pretty sweet. They can still Fatal Push one and kill the other with Yawgmoth, but that's not the worst situation I've ever been in. Phlage is also just going to come back for real, so we might not even want to Nightmare Loop him. Oh, getting this basic swamp was actually bad, because I had Phlage in my bin. That's a mistake by me. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. I think we want to kill the Yawg here. And yeah, we're just going to kill the Yawg here. Not obvious now why I'm doing this, but now that I put 4 energy into this Galvanic Discharge, we can kill Yawgmoth. And then we won't have enough energy to recur a Phlage with this Chthonian Nightmare, but we will have enough to recur Bowmasters if it does die, which is good. Okay. Go ahead and attack you for 2. Alright, let's see if Phlage can do it. Another Yawg. Oh, would you guess what it is? Kid named Pithing Needle. Yep. Right, and then we'll go ahead and play that land. I think we said worded out our 1 copy of Fable, so we don't have to hold it for discarding purposes. And they can kill the Phlage here, but it would go back to our bin, and then we could start recurring it with Nightmare. What's really cool is we can now just use the removal spell mode and recur it multiple times to kill this Yawgmoth. That would be pretty neat. Oh, I only have 2 black sources in play, so I only get to do the Nightmare thing twice. Okay. Ooh. Energy generator, you say? Oh, right, I don't have 3 energy. Huh. Okay. That's cool. We're chilling. I totally forgot. I remember like 3 turns ago when I said, hey guys, I won't have the energy to recur the Phlage, but I will have the energy to recur my Bowmasters. Yeah, that was fun. Alright, let's use no black mana here. This is going to give us the energy to do our Nightmare Loop. Oh. Double needled. Double needled, and now we can go ahead and 1, 2, 3. Get you back. Sacrifice our token here. Generate some energy. Please use a removal spell again. Then I'll go ahead and attack with the Bowmaster here in the air. And then just enough mana to do that. So we'll do our loop next turn. Okay. That is a way out of this. I can kill the Atraxa with Phlage. Oh, I can also just burn them out. So, bad news bears for our opponent, unless they can blow up our Nightmare. Oh, you know what? That was a reason not to play the Nightmare, because they can Haywire Might it. You know, I was thinking it in my head, but I didn't say it out loud. I should have done the second Needle on Haywire Might, because that's their artifact enchantment removal. Not double on Yawgmoth. But I do have what is known as Lethal Burn in hand. Oh, Lethal Burn in my graveyard. Okay, they drew Stone Cold nothing, unfortunately, so we get to kill them by repeatable Phlage burn, which has to be my favorite way to kill someone. No, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it. I wanna... Yeah, I get to do it. Okay. Phlage? Sack the Bowmasters. There's a burn spell. It's going up top. I get another black source really quick. Go ahead and play this again. This time we can Bowmaster, recur Bowmasters, and then the next 2 times we can recur Phlage. Nice and easy. Or we could also just sack these 2 to recur Phlage. You can also just play Phlage like a normal person. I'm not. For that last point of damage. They do get to cord here for 1. Oh, they probably have the Haywire Might? Okay, yeah, but that's fine. Yeah, I should have needled Haywire Might. Oh, crap. Oh, no, I effed up, didn't I? They only go to 1 here? Oh, I don't have enough cards in my bin. Shit. Yeah, I should have needled Haywire Might. I'm gonna go ahead and attack anyway, get them to 1. Right. Dang, yeah, I think we lose. Trying to think if we do have a way out of this, and I don't... Yeah, I don't think I have a way out of this. Alright, we're gonna take another Atraxa hit. Just a Yawgmoth. Alright, let's see if we can find a Swords to Plowshares or another cool card on top. If we do, I think we could totally win. There's no copium involved. Like, we have a bunch of flying damage. Oh, another Nightmare. Okay. You can Deathrite Shaman to F with this a little bit. I don't know if it's the right play at all. Alright. Let me attempt to Nightmare. Alright, so hear me out, chat. What I can do to prevent this from getting screwed with is just not use the Nightmare for its... Like use the energy from the Nightmare to fly my Jegantha. And then I would have enough flying power and toughness to trade with Atraxa, and then we can win in the air. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think this is how I win, with Yawgmoth double needled. I could be totally wrong about this. I'm sorry, because I kind punted the game away. I really should have needled correctly. I think I can try to loop the Bowmasters here. Let me just think about how it works. If I try to loop Bowmasters and they eat Bowmasters with Deathrite Shaman, then I would have a second Bowmasters in the bin that I could sack to the Guide of Souls, but then, I'd rather have that Guide of Souls in play. Let's go ahead and pass. I lose 2 life here. Oh, and they just draw the hoof. They have 8 mana. Oh, yeah, they do. Not right now, next turn. Yeah, no blocks here. Which is tough because I go to 4. A 4 is not a happy life total when you are facing down a Deathrite Shaman. The fuck am I supposed to do? I think I lost. I think I tried to, like, ping this. Try to reduce their board a bit, try to gain some life. Alright, I'm gonna try to sack a Bowmaster to recur a Bowmaster, but the Bowmaster is gonna get eaten, so we're gonna have to Nightmare again, sack the token to recur a Bowmaster. They're thinking with their brain. 1% to lose. Dang, I really should have needled that might, huh? The game would have been over. Okay, they do eat it. I get to do it again. I could even decide to get Guide of Souls back at some point. I think I will off of the new token that we make here. Now we get back a Guide of Souls. What are we doing, man? Okay, is this enough? I don't know. Any target. You. Okay, I'm at 13. I don't know if that's enough life. They hoof me for 4? Oh, the Trax is gonna have Death Touch Trample. That's what's gonna kill me, I think. So I need to put 11 in front of it, which is unfortunately all of these. And then, yeah, I think I die. I could just try to take 11 in the air, actually. And then that's 9 that I'm absorbing. I don't kill the hoof in this case, though. So I guess I put 9 in front of the hoof. Because you have Death Touch Trample, yeah. So they have Death Touch Trample, which means that if I try to block it, all the damage is still going to go through except 1 point per creature. And then here, I do have 9 power in front of that. They get to kill what to... Or they get to choose what to kill, which will probably kill both Guides and the Bowmasters. But then I can just get Nightmare Looping again. What a funny endgame. Totally my fault. This should have been over already. Now we get to rebuild with a bunch of nightmares. Ooh. Ooh. We win. Maybe. Holy crap, maybe we win. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm so excited. Holy crap. Guys, I think we did it. But now I get to just Nightmare Loop for value. Oh, I made up for my mistakes. So let's start by getting a Guide of Souls back. Getting rid of this token. And then we're gonna get the other Bowmasters back with our Bowmasters. 1, 2. Bowmasters with Bowmasters. Get the Guide of Souls back off the Bowmasters token. Loop the Bowmasters again. Ping you. Oh, I can play it with Jegantha? Dude, why not? More life, more bowmasters. I should have pinged their halfling then. I forgot I had another trigger here. Also, maybe should have just attacked with Jegantha, but I wanted to get my life total above like 2. I'm stalling, I'm filibustering. Now the Yawgmoth player is gonna draw something, and then I'm gonna draw. Oh my god, I won! I still won. Okay, maybe I should go back to the Phlage version of Nightmare because you get to do stupid things with the cards. Okay. Let's be real. If I named Haywire Mite with the other needle, like I said I should have, and I said I should have before he played the Haywire Mite, it's on video, then I would have won much cleaner. Oh my god. Ah, okay, that was fun. Yeah, like Natural Order is a sweet card in the format, and the fact that this is a mid-range deck that also leverages Natural Order and can win out of nowhere in multiple different ways. Chord of Calling to tutor up your sideboard. I almost got cleansed. He almost ended my goddamn career with a Sun Cleanser out of the sideboard with Chord. Oh, that was awesome. All right, that was super fun. Yawgmoth is legit. I might try it. We did win a couple of games, and we won one of the best of threes, but hey, this is competitive. All right. That was super fun. Maybe I'll do more 1v1s against people like this because it's really cool to test decks against each other and see how one deck pits up against another. Thanks for watching.